Renee, Bulletproof Rentals, Loganville, Georgia. Today we're going to talk a little bit about the excavators that we have in our lineup. First, foremost, it's our smallest. We call it Ant-Man because it can shrink down. This one is designed to be able to go into 36-inch walk doors. It's a U10-5 Kubota. It's small. She doesn't go real fast, but when you need to dig inside of a structure or a really small gate, this is what you'd need. The ROPS here, full pins. It folds down so that you have a height requirement, whatever door you're driving through. If you're going inside a facility, you don't hit. The other cool thing about this excavator is its tracks are actually expandable and retractable. So we have two machines that can retract their tracks. The procedure is pretty similar for both. You need to get the machine up off the ground. So you use the bucket to lift up this side, and you use the blade to lift up the other. There's a knob right here. When you change that knob, it controls. That knob changes what this does. It's normally your blade, but when you swap that height, swap that valve, it makes it where it retracts them. Now you can see we put it back on blade. So we can lift our blade. And now our machine is significantly narrower. Get through whatever gate, put this down if we need to. And then when you get back, you want to go back. So you have the stability. Pick it back up off the ground. Swap your handle. And then it pushes its tracks right back out so that you have all the stability. So, like most excavators, it's got a safety. On this one, it's the arms must be up to start it. One of the arms or both. Keys here on the side. Start it. Put your arms down. And then it functions like any other excavator. You can control the mode here. You just open this little door. And it's got a valve handle that you pull out. See? And then you swap it over, put it back in, and close your door. And now we'll change it from pattern A to B or Bobcat, Caterpillar, whatever. All of our excavators can swap modes. Last but not least on this one, its max dig depth is 5 foot 11 inches. We have a 10-inch bucket and a 16-inch bucket for it. It has a tilting boom like most other mini excavators. Think of any questions? Anything I didn't answer? Let me know. Our next most popular excavator, actually just our most popular excavator, is our 2-ton. So EZ17 is what we call it. We really are fond of the Wackernusen excavators. This one, 12 and 18-inch bucket options. It also can retract its tracks just like the Kubota U10. It gets down to 35.5 inches width, so it can fit through a 36-inch walk gate. Max dig depth, let me look at my sheet. Max dig depth for the EZ17 or 2-ton is 8 foot 2 inches. It's our most popular excavator for sure. its size, but the power for what it is awesome. Only once can I remember a time where somebody called for a bigger excavator after having this because the ground was just too hard. But other than that, this is by far the most popular. So I'll start going over its features now. Your EZ17 has the same safety features as most any other excavators. You must start it with the arm up and then put the arm down. Your throttle's here. Blade control does have a 2-speed transmission, so you can see the rabbit and the turtle, and then normal operation like you would expect. It also has a tiltable boom. Use the foot controls to do that. So this is the EZ17 or a 2-ton excavator. It's got an 18-inch bucket on it right now. It's got a blade like you would expect. Just like the previous one, if you swing that bucket around and lift itself up off the ground, you can retract its tracks as well. On this one, this changes your blade control, which is here, from blade to tracks. A lot of times we get guys that'll hit this valve halfway like that, and then their blade doesn't work real well because it's kind of interflowing. So you want to make sure that that's all the way up. And then on this one, to control which mode you're looking at, it's here. So you screw out this thumb screw and then go down, and it changes from mode A to mode B. For guys that know excavators, you know you can't operate in somebody else's mode. Really good reach, really good depth power ratio. It does have a fixed canopy, unlike the other one. So while it can fit through narrower, it does have height restrictions that the U10 can get under. But if you have the space, the EZ17 is the way to go. So here's one of our 2 Kubota KX030s. This one has a dig depth of 9 foot 7 inches. So if you need to get a little deeper, this is the first step up. As you can see, it's got the hydraulic thumb. We've got a 36-inch bucket on it. Currently, we have 12, 18, 24, and 36 for this machine. We've got some septic guys that really, really like, as long as they're not in super hard or rocky ground, that 36-inch bucket. So this one, the tracks do not retract, but otherwise it's what you'd expect it to be. In Mini X, it has the rotatable boom. Arm has to be up to start it. To change the modes on the Kubota, you take the key out of the machine, open the door, and then you have a switch here. You pull it. See if I can get my camera to act right. You pull it out, and then it allows you to swap, and then that's the mode there. Your throttle is here on the Kubota. Your blade control there. Your 2-speed on this one is here. And then, unlike the whackers, to activate the thumb on this one, you have to turn your aux on. If I can get my key to go in. So your aux is on, which allows your hydraulic thumb to work. Ever since I bought this Kubota, that maintenance symbol has been on it. Even when you do the maintenance and the clearing procedure, it stays there. So we just track it by hours instead of the maintenance indicator. We've had really good success with these Kubotas. They've been a staple. I'll keep my personal opinions of Kubota to myself, but I really like the KX030 in the 3.5 size space. I don't think I mentioned it yet, but all of our excavators have lock boxes on them. We do a lot of drop-offs before people get to the job the night before if it's a really early start. So we'll put a key, text the code to the operator, whoever's renting it, and then when they get there, they don't have to wait on us. And then also when they leave, they can just put the key in it, and they don't have to, meet us there or worry about what time we're going to be there. We try to give maximum flexibility so that you can leave on your time, and then we come back and get the machine later. You're not waiting on us. We'll go up to our 4-ton next. So we call the EZ36 a 4-ton. Technically, it's over 9,000 pounds operating weight. Hydraulic thumb, its dig depth is 11 foot 5 inches, somewhere within give or take an inch. We have 12, 18, 24, and 36 for this as well. 12-inch is kind of crazy because the thumb is probably 14 inches wide, but it still digs a pretty nice narrow trench for not having to do a lot of backfill. We've got 2 of the EZ36s. This one has a straight blade. My other one has the adjustable blade. Some people like it, some people don't. Has the safety arm that has to be up to start it, just like the other. On this one, you change the mode here. There's normally a thumb screw. It broke. I have one order. That's how you change the mode, and then that foot pedal is how you tilt the boom. These are the first model that I have that goes into hydraulic quick connects. So you can change buckets here on the machine without having to get off and do any pins. I'll do a more in-depth video of the controls of the EZ36. I think they're really intuitive, but it did take me a little bit of time to learn it. Your blade controller there with your 2-speed button to change between rabbit and turtle, which is nice. If you got a long way to travel, the speed makes a difference, but you always want to make sure that you're in turtle whenever you're actually digging or moving, because you lose all your torque. Once again, we really like the whackers. We've had a lot of good success with them. I challenge anybody to give them a shot and not see if they have all the breakout force and all the power. They really are hitting at a higher weight class, in my opinion, than they say they are.